What is up, guys? I'm back again. Let's see how much further I can get to that tower. I was copying over those GameCube files, but they're taking so long. I was gonna wait till they finished, but I said fuck it. I might as well just start now because they ain't finishing anytime soon. They're taking up so much space. I gotta move them to the proper drive where I have all the space. Actually, do I have... Let me check my items. Okay, so I have an escape pipe. I have a telepod. Cool. That was up here. Yeah, it is up here. Okay. Last time I just left. I left and then I came back. Yeah, they changed the Twitch thing. I know that they were saying that they're gonna remove some features. It no longer has the little notification message thing to type in. I'll just have to start putting weirder stuff in the titles now. Come on. So I wonder which story in Phantasy Star 3 is supposed to be the canon. I'll have to look that up soon, since I beat it. Not that, like, the plot was, like, super different. More so change your skills and character traits and all that. So I think, you know how Rune in this game, how they're like, oh, he's pretty much like a carry-on of, I'm trying to remember the guy's name now, I can't even think of it. LUTs. So I think in 3 the whole thing is everyone is the descendant of LUTs. That's why Rune looks like all those people, which is even funnier because that means that Rune is teaming up with Ren, and Ren was like the protector of his, like, he's basically around helping his family the whole time. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get lost in here a few times. But I figure as long as I leave when I'm about to die and come back, I'm just gaining XP, you know? Oh, you know what? I think it's the subscribers thing. It used to show me how many subscribers I had on there. I have to click on something else. But for me, it was still 1 this month. Which I'm still thankful for. I'm thankful for any time I get anything like that. I really haven't been putting up as much content as I used to. There's been a lot of stuff. It's mainly just been under the weather, and I can tell when I'm under the weather too, because I'm not even able to talk about it. I just feel like crap, you know? Let's see. Come on. I think he's the only one with revive too. Okay, so Rune has revive as well. But yeah, no, I can definitely feel the difference when I'm like sick or not sick. Like very huge change. That door over there. This door over here. Moon Slasher, okay. Oh, because she has the shields. Come on. Motherfuckers. And I hate that. Yeah, it's all about speed, but still. Sure. Nice. I don't know, the way the music's playing this, it makes it seem like it's pretty damn close to the end of the game. The thing is, though, this doesn't feel like it. You know what I mean? This doesn't feel like the last place. This feels like I'm gonna save this planet and something else is gonna happen. I'm getting there, though. Definitely getting there. Come on, really? They're all just gonna fucking team up on the same deal like that. Twice before I can even fucking attack. Shit's annoying. I wasn't trying to run, but whatever. There. Oh, convenient. Hold on. There's slash. What sucks is I feel like this place is gonna be a lot harder to find. I don't know how I'm supposed to go. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do here. Hold on. Oh, my mouse went out, so I was using my backup mouse, and then I found this mouse at work. It was actually new in package. It was like one of those early 2000s Microsoft mouses. I don't know. It's kind of retro feeling. I kind of like it. It reminds me of old school. The clicks are very old school clicks, which I like. Yeah, I'm just gonna get lost in here. One interesting thing they said though is maybe I can use the slasher with the flex shield like this. Maybe because I'm attacking all the time, maybe I'll be able to do some better damage that way. I did touch the eyeball once. Eyeball opened a passage, I guess. Oh great, they paralyzed the one person I was trying to check on. That's great. Thank you. Okay, it's Renko that recovers. Oh, well, thanks. Oh yeah, that's way better actually. Way better. I had to leave and come back again though. Oh. Hold on, my GameCube games finally finished copying over. That's crazy. So, give me 1 second here. Files this 52. Files this 52. Just only because there's no space on that drive. You guys are getting the authentic experience. I'd literally be doing the same thing, not streaming. Looks like there's a doorway there, but I guess not. Yeah, that's what I was doing the other night when I was training. I was just moving over those GameCube games. Dog's barking, sorry about that. It's probably just my neighbor. Okay, so I got an item here. So this is an item room. Hold on. See what she's working at. So of it. She's fine. Working. Okay. Nice. Yeah, her speed is not good. I didn't even realize that. For a magic user, that's like at the end of the quarter, she's like pretty slow. Oh yeah, I'm already out of magic. I'm gonna have to just leave. Good fair bit of training, I guess. Why would I need bonus points? What the fuck? Man, Twitch is freaking weird right now. This little thing popped up on the bottom and it was like da-da-da for bonus points. It's like I don't need bonus points in my own channel. Go recover my tip points. shave too. Yeah, pretty much just been cleaning, organizing stuff. When I finish with the GameCube stuff, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, I have that PS2 memory card. I'm gonna move over my collection. I backed up a bunch of my PS2 games on there. I was gonna pop on there. I mostly want to see how they run off the memory card, because I haven't really experienced, or I guess experienced. I haven't really used it that much yet. Let me see if I could turn the bitrate down. It sounds weird, but somewhat of superstitious guy. I changed too many things. Every time I change something, I'm worried that it's going to affect everything. Sometimes some of the things you have to change, though, it's just good. You just have to do it. It doesn't really matter. Yeah. Okay, so I already touched that eyeball earlier. Open the passage. The other side. I know, I'm cutting it close to the HP. But I feel like my guys are pretty freaking strong right now. Pretty strong. Moving along. Oh hey, I never got this. Power shield. Chazmarika. Oh, looks like I'll be selling that shield. Give me some coffee here soon. Somebody did message me. It's my sister. Oh, you know, it's funny too. I've been going to the ARC more, the thrift stores more. When I'm at work. I've just been stopping by there for 5 minutes every day, just to double check. Might as well. I keep 20 or 30 bucks in my pocket just in case I run into anything. I'm always expecting to run into. I don't know why, but I always check the old VCRs and like stereo equipment and stuff. I'm always thinking I'm gonna run into what are those things called? I'm trying to think of the name of them now. Not the 3DO, but the other weird one. I guess 3DO is kind of weird too. The one that was less games. Oh, the Philips. I'm just always thinking I'm gonna run into like Laserdisc player or Philips for some reason. Stretch out a little weird. Oh. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. So clear up all kinds of space. Second. Just moving these GameCube titles. This is the last batch of them anyways. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't think there's any more. I think that's all she wrote on there. So I want to say a 256 gig card is big enough for. It looks hella interesting. It looks way different than everything else. I want to say a 256 gig card is big enough for the GameCube library. At least the English library. Let's say if you don't get everything. And I am curious if there's any Japanese exclusive games. No, that's way more than enough space than is needed. Because there's no way I'm gonna play all those games. So I can keep a lot just backed up. I don't want to mess with them. I think I'm just getting lost in this place. Which, to be fair, this far in, I mean, most of the dungeons have been pretty straightforward in this game, so it's actually not bad. I mean, there have been some bigger dungeons. This one definitely feels, to me, it feels like one of the first dungeons that's just completely like, what the fuck? Just in terms of like which direction I'm going and everything. Kill room. Yeah, I got me some pizza earlier. I think when I get off, I'm gonna get some pizza and maybe watch some Deep Space Nine. Maybe I'm not 100%. So I think that's why I was getting confused there. So I was going upstairs and then I was going down. The other time I was going to the right and down. And when I was coming up, that first passage that was leading back to the other hallway was where I kept going. So I just kept going up and down the stairs. Makes me feel so stupid sometimes. God damn it. That's okay, she needs it. Say I used medicine on the wrong person. So now I don't know. Now I don't know where to go because I haven't been to this part. Oh, those actually copied over. Copy those over there. Cool. Moving the files. No, I'm always moving around files for stuff like that. Like the other day when I was like half awake, I was getting all the files on that 3DS for somebody. That took a little while. want to say I'm almost there because when I looked at the guide, when the last flesh elevator I have to find is in a place that has snow, so flesh elevator, Jesus. Be a good name for a band. Maybe even just like a song. I'd be scared to make the name of that song though, because somebody would be like, "The song is about me," and I'd be like, "No, it's not. It's about a dungeon in Phantasy Star 4." Oh man. Which, as I've learned, is somebody who, like, if you draw or you make something, it's best to let the person that's experiencing the song or the drawing or the comic, it's best to let them get their own meaning out of it, not explain the meaning of it. I mean, it's cool if somebody asks, but it's one of those things where, you know, like, once it's passed on to somebody else, like if somebody hears a song, you know, it's up to that person to, like, they have their own experience with the music, you know. Jeez, I'm glad not every battle wasn't these guys. I guess these guys were in the last dungeon on Phantasy Star 2. Watch, she's gonna attack Rune again. I know, he just did a spell that attacks everybody and barely hurt Rune. It's fine. Cool, that's fine. Just keep killing yourself. Nice. Oh, there's a chest. Chest. but something cool. Strong weapon. It's like the first night I've been able to like stay up and not feel like crap. I don't know, I felt a little better yesterday. But yeah, today was one of the first days that it was just like, I woke up and I was like, oh my god, I can move. It's mostly just because I put so much energy into work though, so it's harder to recover. When I get sick. You go ahead and shift. Okay. I was basically able to clear up this whole area, which is nice. It's now have more space. And I was able to... No, that's the door I came from. Oh, you motherfuckers. These guys... Oh, and then vacuum and everything. I did that in the other room too. I was trying to think. All the other things like cleaned up. Oh, medicine. Nice medicine. Nice. Damn it. Wait, she could still use medicine. I didn't clean any game cases though. I might do some of that right now. I don't know, once I get the PS2 and the GameCube hooked up like that, maybe I should just get the PSIO for the PS1. I hope this isn't a dead end. No. No. Just make sure on the walkthrough that it's not actually a dead end. Somehow I got turned around. So. No. I was gonna say there's another eyeball. Oh, maybe I have to go up here. Maybe I was in the right area, but I just didn't hit the eyeball yet. No, I wasn't. It's the worst thing. Only because it's a waste of a turn. Yeah. Now I'm gonna go back to the passage I was just in. God damn it, I'm not trying to run, I'm sorry. I don't know why it keeps making me run. It's because I'm pressing the buttons too quickly is the thing. Gotta say though, this game is pretty high up there with the Phantasy Star series with me though. kind of want to dwell through the lore and the story of God damn it, of the Dreamcast one and the later iterations of Phantasy Star Online to see like the connections between these games. And I still want to play Final Fantasy 13. Like I still have dreams about playing that. Oh, see, it's a different room now. Fuck. You see, before it was just like a square. You know what? That's what I should have been doing this whole time. Oh shit. Oh, here we go. Here's another boss. What's that? Is that Dark Horse? It sure is. Comparing search data. It is not similar to any object that was on the ground. So there were two Dark Horses. Just as Raja said, this is what's been creating the havoc on the Solus. Not just the Solus, he's messing with the entire Algo solar system. Dark Force senses our presence, he is attacking. Exactly what we were looking for. Let's go, everybody. Another Dark Force. Shit. Oh shit, I don't think Negatus is gonna do anything to him. Come on, I'm doing so much damage. Battle shouldn't take that long. Jeez, 243. 243 is so much for the Android. Motherfucker. So close. That sleep's not a big deal. Actually, I wish he would spend some turns doing that. It wouldn't be that big a deal. Shit. Yeah. Sweet. And everyone lived this time. Last battle, everyone died. Done it, Chiz. Yes. Storm is over. Look at the sky. It's beautiful. Black energy wave has also stopped. I bet the patients of Macy's are already recovering. It's finally over. Good. Thank you. It's because of your cooperation that this is possible. It was pretty presumptuous of me to think that I could do it alone. No problem, I'm glad for you, Kira. Now I shall return to Misi. There's still a lot of work ahead for me. So long, Chaz, you're quite a darling, just like a baby brother. What? Don't be ridiculous. That's what's so endearing about you. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, Lutz. You were a little different from my expectations, but you certainly did not bring shame to your name. We'll meet again soon. Huh? Oh, yes. So long. See you later. It's gone. She called me her baby brother. Am I that undependable? Well, you have improved some, but you're still a lot like me. Well, I can't compare with you after all. You are Lutz. You want to get whooped again? Like the picture at the top. Just like, you guys never quit, do you? What was that? It's Kumbia's temple. What's going on? We defeated Dark Force. Let's go and see. Oh, I will go and see. As soon as I heal. It's actually a lot easier to travel without all the snow in my face. I guess I could just teleport there too. Heal first. See if my dude's still here. I'm feeling better, but I still need a lot more time in bed. I see you haven't changed, Roger. This person, they say his name is Roger. It's great that he's getting better, but he keeps telling these stupid jokes. How do you put up with him? I'm not his guardian. Alright, first things first, I healed, stopped the storm, save it. And then wait, no. This is not the that's where I crash landed. Powerful waves of pure hate assaulted this temple. Bishop had his hands full just to protect this one room. It was such a sudden thing, there was no way to deal with it. That we were safe at all is quite a miracle. We owe our thanks to the Bishop. Just when we thought the dark cloud was lifted and the malice was gone. So you are the people who saved the Eclipse Torch. I'm glad you're here. The Bishop awaits you. It's good you came. I'm the Bishop of the Grumbius Temple, which stood here for 2,000 years. Bishop, what on earth is going on? The temple has vanished without a trace. We defeated Dark Force. Isn't that the end of our work? The profound darkness still exists. What the profound darkness? It's the root of all evil. It has wrought death and destruction in Algo since long ago. Dark Force is but a tool of that existence. Oh, this doesn't sound good. Dark Force, he came to Azolis in search of the whereabouts of Breakros. Breakros? It has become something that is beyond your control. That is why the profound darkness stirs. If it can't lay its hands on it, it's not going to let you get a hold of it. Bishop, we don't understand. What is Rekiros? Is there something so important that we have to scramble and find it? It is the place where all the secret answers lie. Huh? What do you mean? It's not clear to me either. What Rekiros is, or where it is. When Rekiros returns, the arrow prism will show the way. I know nothing except the saying that has been passed on. Arrow prism. Ah, the light of the arrow prism, which illuminates everything. Rune, you know about it? Chaz, we have to return to Motavia. To Motavia. The first generation of Lutz stored the arrow prism in the soldier's temple. Oh, the temple on the island in the lake near Krupp. We need a vehicle that can travel across the lake. I will contact Demi immediately. Bishop, thank you. Be sure to return the Eclipse Torch. So you will go to Rekiros? Yes. After all, we've come this far. I see, then I have done my part. All I could do was point you towards Rekiros. It's up to you to shape history. All hope is on you youthful ones. Chaz, my name is Chaz Ashley. I see I entrust you with this mission, Chaz Ashley. Into space. Come back to Motavia. We've been awaiting you, Master M. Long time no see. I'm glad that you're all looking so well. Demi, what's the condition of Motavia? All systems on hold. There are no abnormalities. Everything you requested is already on standby. As always, your preparations are impeccable, Demi. Well, thank you very much, Master M. This is incredible. This is a hydrofoil. We brought it from the machine center. It's been completely overhauled. It's as good as new. By using this, we can move across water. Okay, Chaz. Let's get a move on and head for the Soldier's Temple. Right, Demi? Are you ready yet? I'm sorry, but at this point, I don't think I could be of any use to you. The restart of all the systems in Motavia will take some time. Oh, that's a pity, but good luck to you, too. Thank you, Rika. Okay, let's head for the Soldier's Temple. Oh, that kind of sucks, actually. I like some of her abilities. Alright, so before I go to Motavia, I want to go Deo. It's a Deo. And I want to check the guilds because it's been a long time. Oh my god, this planet feels so much different after being on the other planets. I feel lighter being here. That's planet. Welcome. Oh cool, I can do the rest of the jobs. There's a request from the village chief of Yuzo via letter transmission. My $2 have left the village and have not returned since. Please find out where they are. This message. Yuzo's on a deserted island? Oh, I don't think I've been to Yuzo yet. But now I can go there because I have the boat, I see. Pretty sure. Hopefully I can get some better weapons soon. That's crazy though, I thought it was like gonna be... I didn't think it was gonna be the end of the game. But I guess I'm closer than I thought I was. Oh shit. I don't want to fight Giant Sandworm. This is Malvern. Oh shit, hold on. I've already been to Malvern. I'm just investigating. But they said their water is first. I wasn't trying to retreat, but that's what happens, that's what happens. Guy has a lot of HP. Fuck those worms, man. Worms are way too strong for anything. The worms are as bad as the internet. Stupid internet. Oh, there we go. I think that's a place I can go to. Go to the inn first. I only save it because these vehicles don't seem like they have I don't know, they just take damage and then they don't know how to repair them. Oh, are you guys here to inspect the ruins? Well, yes we are, but who on earth are you? Forgive me for not introducing myself earlier. My name is Seth. I'm a traveling archaeologist. I came here in search of the ruins of the ancient temple. There are monsters in the cave that leads to it. Temple, just where we're going. I knew it, how fortunate. If that's where you're headed, would you allow me to come with you? I do have confidence in my skills. I don't intend to be any nuisance. An archaeologist. If there are monsters, the more of us there, the more advantageous it'll be in a fight against them. Okay, I guess it's alright. Thank you very much, I appreciate your kindness. Rooney's quite a polite person. Yes. Oh, I got another person with no TP. Hold on, I want to find that other village though. This might sound stupid, but there's the village I got the quest for, but I want to see if there's a village up here because I have so much money. Maybe I can get some better equipment or something. How do I get to the next village? Let me see if there's a map. Hold on. Maps. I don't see any maps. God damn it. Alright. Well, I'm just gonna blindly poke around and try to find it then. Let's try going north. I have no idea where I'm at. Charinko. Farming village famous for its terraced fields. Wait, no. Did I come here before? Oh, sorry. Guess I'll check the shops here. What kind of clothes are in style over the mainland? We get behind in times. We can get behind the times in terms of fashion being cooped up in the village. I'm good at making rafts out of logs. I used to go to the mainland once in a while, but now I'm too afraid of the monsters. Okay, so this must be the island, so these people are talking like they're stuck on an island. What's the mainland? Is it really such a great thing? Earthquakes, abnormal climate, outbreak of monsters. For us here on an isolated island, we can't tell what's going on in the world today. Our terraced fields are the pride of this village. Look at what a wasteland it is now. Ow, ow, ow. Need to get some water. Oh, strange flock of birds flew in the northeast and ate our fields. The person who lives in this house is kind of strange. He likes those birds that eat our fields. Because of this, he's being ostracized by the other villagers. Oh, the fields are all eaten up. Bunch of books about animals. There's some dishes here, but they're pretty plain. I don't know why my own channel is telling me to stretch now. That's so weird. They must have switched like the way that the chat works or something, man. It's just, what? You've come from the mainland. How unusual. I think it's just saying I have enough points to use a thing, and it's like, of course I have points. I have the chat up so I can see what's going on. Working in the fields gives me backaches and makes my hands rough. But when I watch the crops growing strong and green, all my fatigue disappears. But these days, we have those birds eating up our fields. It's terrible. Our village used to have abundant harvests of farm crops and marine products. We were proud of the fact that we are pretty much self-sufficient in terms of food supply. Recently, we haven't been able to fish. But the monsters in the fields have been eaten up by the birds. Now we can barely find food for ourselves. Boo-hoo. Quite a magnificent bookshelf. It's pretty empty, though. Oh my, here are some books whose content I would hesitate to say out loud. Quite fascinating. Chaz. These are books about growing crops. My son's become ill. He is convinced that he won't be cured. Actually, physically, he is cured. It must be one of those so-called psychological illnesses. Oh, I'm going to die. I don't have long. He's got the COVID. Back in the days when there weren't any monsters, there was a tourist town on the mainland. Our family used to visit it. My son took to the place and was very happy. I wish he would get back the strength he had in those days. Oh, am I supposed to give him an item from there? Wait, can I give him an item? Hold on. Damn it. Just because she mentioned that they sold souvenirs. Some of those people, the son of those people in the house there has been sick and bad. Ooh, poor thing. Me oh my oh me. That's cool that we're on an island now, so I can figure out there's a cave. There should be some other towns, though. The guy in the walkthrough was like, do all this stuff and then get Seth. All I could think is like, it's better to get Seth first. So that way, while you're doing all this shit, you can get some levels. Unless it blocks you after you get them. I mean, I found him on accident, but still. here? Rappy Cave. Just more of those chickens. Oh, those are the chickens from 3. Are those chickens in 2 as well? They've gotta be. Oh, I definitely remember them from 3 though. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have to go eat some food here soon. Just a little bit of food. A little bit of snacky snacks. Yeah, I probably should have just gone up the stairs. So this cave, design-wise, this cave reminds me of Chrono Trigger, or it reminds me of Secret of Mana. I'm trying to remember the Secret of Mana cave. Yeah, Chrono Trigger reminds me of the cave that has the Maza Moon in it. Oh. Oh, what a big strange bird. It looks dangerous, I better not get too close. Oh, can I give it an item? Are you supposed to give it an item? This is weird. But this is the kind of weird stuff you run into where you're like, what's going on? Oh, it's part of some mission. Okay. It's part of some other mission I don't have, that I didn't pick up yet. Say, I'm trying to do that other mission first. Alright, guys. I hate to peace out, but I'm starting to drift off here. So I think I'm gonna drift off. But with all the cleaning and everything, feeling way better. So if I wake up and might just be able to eat and stream. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I'm definitely feeling more in the mood and more back to my normal self again, where I can actually do dishes and just, I'm not even joking, dude. Like earlier, before, it was like I would get off work, I would sleep, I would eat, I would sleep, I'd go to work, sleep. I wasn't doing anything. But yeah, more fantasy star to come. This game is awesome. You guys have a good one.